What's up, guys? Welcome back. Today, Madison and I are going to be watching the 8th and final episode of The Acolyte. We are extremely curious to see how they're going to wrap this whole thing up in one last episode, especially considering the last episode was all a flashback. So we're really hyped to get into this one. Thanks for joining us, guys. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
What the
What's
hell?
happening?
What?
Is she doing that?
Oh, her eyes looked weird.
Yeah, they looked almost red.
She had her hand outstretched. She was killing soul.
This is the future you saw.
Oh, okay.
The Jedi will meet us here. There is a vengeance on this planet. What happened to you, to your coven, was an accident.
If it was an accident, then why didn't you tell Osha?
Yeah.
You and Osha are not twins. You're not even sisters. You're
Oh, girl, we were about to find out. Okay, Basil, let's go.
Oh.
Escape ship.
Pip is helping her?
Well, remember, she wiped his mind.
See you in hell, Jedi.
Oh.
She got away? Damn, soul.
Okay. He really underestimated her.
Okay, he's got a little ship too. Whoa! Oh, shit.
This is why I would never be a pilot. Look at that. Terrifying. No way.
He's gonna shoot her?
What is his plan? Basil stopped him.
Oh, man!
No.
Oh.
Senator Raincourt's here to see you.
Where is he?
He's from there.
You let him in the control room?
I love this guy.
I've heard some disturbing things.
What have you heard?
That you are running a murder investigation without reporting it to the Senate.
I'm keeping this internal for the moment.
How'd they find out?
I am very close to apprehending the suspect.
Is the suspect a Jedi?
Very close. Thank you for your concern.
She didn't want to give him any answers.
I think the Jedi are a massive system of unchecked power, posing as a religion. A delusional cult that claims to control the uncontrollable.
Oh.
But it's only a matter of time before one of you snaps. And when, not if that happens, who will be strong enough to stop him?
Damn, this guy.
I have reported your lack of transparency to Chancellor Drellick. He may invite you to a Senate tribunal for an update. I hope for your sake you have this suspect in custody by then.
Great.
You should be trained. Would you ever consider?
No. Told you. I'm not my sister.
You're definitely not. They made that deal without even thinking about it.
So she will not be his apprentice.
I thought with the whole putting on the mask, Wait, what? Wait, what? Wait, what? Is that who I think it is?
Was that Plagueis?
I was just about to say.
I know he is, but I need to get a message to him. It's urgent.
This is highly unorthodox, but I shall see what I can do.
Who was she talking to?
All the way back home.
She turned him off?
He can sense them both.
I think so.
Getting this elevator operational is the only way in. Unless you want to climb.
Are you sure?
What?
He's gone. He's doing that Batman shit.
Yeah, how do you do that? Yeah, he's facing all of his demons now.
Oh. She's climbed out once, so she's did it again, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for leading me to her.
Oh, here we go.
Ooh. Dude.
He's got such a wild style.
I know.
Damn, they're fast.
Bro, they're gonna take out that whole bridge. I was just about to say, yeah.
Uh-oh.
Awesome.
The little blade? That's so cool.
Oh,
Oh, I thought he had him.
me too.
Okay, a little Liu Kang action.
I was just about to say that.
Oh!
Are they gonna come back?
Nice. What the?
Oh,
Oh,
lovely.
Nice.
All of this death. Everything that happened here. All because you didn't want me to become a Jedi. And I failed. I could never learn to calm my negative emotions.
That's why she's not a Jedi.
He's lied to you. Every day since you left our home. How could he teach you to control your negative emotions? He's the reason you have them.
Ooh.
Oh no.
Now we're gonna fight?
I knew it was gonna make her rage. Oh no.
Yeah, he won't listen now. Okay, nice.
Oh, cool.
That transition.
Love it.
Oh, shit.
Is that Vernestra?
Vernestra's here.
Oh. Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
he got him?
No way.
What? She disarmed him?
Dude.
I want him to face the High Council. I want him to pay for his crimes.
She's going by the book.
I did the right thing.
Killing her mom was not the right thing.
She created life. Your lives. I believe she used the Force to create you and Osha.
And you killed her. You killed our mother.
Yes.
Where's Osha?
She's right behind him. Well, now she knows.
There was no proof you were created in this way.
Why did you tell me?
They would have sent you away.
So it would have all been for nothing, you know?
Yeah.
So you could have the life you'd always dreamed of. I did
Oh no.
everything
Oh no.
because I love.
Who's choking him?
What's going on? Is it Osha? Yo, what? Oh, it is her. Uh-oh, she's gonna turn...
Oh, she bled it. What? What? Well, she did it with no weapon.
I think that's what he meant when he wanted May to do that. He's like, damn, girl, please be my acolyte.
Oh.
Oh,
That looks so cool.
That's amazing.
We've never seen it like that.
No.
May's like, what the fuck?
You.
Oh.
She knows him.
They have a connection. Yup.
Was that his master?
I know where they are. Follow me.
And it was only because his mask was off for a second. As soon as he felt her, he put it back on.
I know a way out.
So they're just gonna find Soul's body?
Trust me.
Oh, there's a little opening. That's how she lived.
Oh, she's gonna see what happened too.
She's seeing everything, yeah.
He's right there.
Oh. I
How
thought he would have hightailed it.
Right? How can she not sense him just because of the helmet?
Because of the helmet. Mm-hmm. What'd she say?
I have no idea.
Okay. Basil's back to work.
Sorry I didn't believe you. I'm sorry I started that fire.
If
No.
Oh, great.
so can the Jedi.
You mean so can Basil, because Basil's really the one leading this crew right
Yep.
now.
I'll show when they find out how powerful you are.
You will meet the same fate as our mother. Let my sister go and I will train with you.
Oh.
What? What? They're gonna split up again after all this?
I can attempt to wipe her memory. Remove any trace of you or me.
Right after they made up?
You're going to do what you were meant to do. And I won't stop you this time.
Was this what she was meant to do?
Oh, he gave it back.
I will find you. I know you will.
But they're gonna know that's May. And they're gonna put her in jail.
As above sits the stars. And below lies the...
He's gonna force lobotomize her. What are they gonna do with her though? They can't leave her there.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. May's gonna get arrested.
You're under arrest.
What did I do?
She got mind wiped.
They say I killed someone. I don't remember.
Maybe she can dig it out of her mind.
I was
What do
thinking
you remember?
that she probably could.
I'm seeing a man. He killed my mother.
He was a kind, brilliant, compassionate man. And he did a terrible thing.
Yep, he made a mistake.
There, they discovered a force cult of witches. A conflict ensued. There were many casualties. A rogue Jedi named Soul killed his accomplices to maintain the cover story.
What? A cover story to cover the cover story?
While this is a terrible tragedy, it was the work of one flawed man.
Wow.
And where is Master Soul now?
He did.
He justified every selfish step with the love he had for your sister.
My sister?
Yeah, she doesn't know.
You poor girl. You've been through so much. The Jedi have failed you. I need you to help me find someone.
Who?
A pupil of mine. Before he turned to evil.
Yep.
The rule of two. But wait a minute, Plagueis was back there.
Yeah, there's a third in the cave.
Sorry to disturb you, Master. We need to talk.
No way!
Oh.
No way!
We knew they were going to show like one scene of him.
Oh, yes, we totally knew that because we were like, who would be alive, you know? And definitely Yoda.
Well, I was interested to see how they were going to cap this off because I kind of assumed like the end of the story and everything would be wrapped up right here. But it actually kind of seems like maybe they want to continue because Osha and May's and Chimere's stories were not finished. Soul's, Soul was done.
Yeah.
But it seems like we still had more story to tell. So I don't know if they want to continue this or something. That's kind of the feeling I got seeing the two characters at the end kind of standing there getting ready for what's to come.
Yeah, and why show Plagueis if you weren't going to talk about him again? Or was that him?
I think we're assuming that was him.
I'm assuming it's him because I know he's like an alien, and that was definitely a Plagueis way to like creep out of the cave, right? So
I feel like that was either Plagueis or maybe Plagueis's master, because somebody Sith-wise had to have known that this happened between Osha and May, and possibly that's why they tried with Anakin later down the line, because they knew it was possible.
Yeah.
You just need the virgins thing. We weren't really given a definitive answer as to why the virgins was happening. It was just like, hey, it's happening on this planet. The witches found it, so they used it to create these little girls. But we never really got an answer as to why it popped up in the first place, did we?
No.
Another reason that makes me think like the story is not done.
Yeah, and I did like the virgins part. I always like getting into, I guess, I don't want to say mystical side, but I guess, yeah, the mystical side of like the Star Wars universe. Hence why I liked Star Wars Rebels so much. But that being said, now, yeah, you're right. Like now I don't know what's going to happen to them because the only person that knew they were virgins was Soul and obviously Chimere, but Soul's dead now.
Did Vernestra know?
That I don't know.
Because the original four, like Torben and Soul and Dara and Kelnaka, they never actually told anybody that they found the virgins there, did they?
No.
Because they tried to cover up what they did.
Exactly. And there was no, and like Soul said, there was no proof because May didn't survive.
Yeah, survive, right?
Right, didn't
even
survive.
Even though she did.
Yeah, even though she did.
So they couldn't prove that there even was a virgin.
Exactly. So I think it died with Soul.
Now, it was a small moment in this episode, but we actually got to see a live action version of a crystal being bled. I've only ever seen that in the comics.
Yes.
I mean, I always knew it was a thing.
Yes.
But I just never seen a live action. So it was really cool to see. I have nothing else to add other than it was really cool.
Yeah, and also seeing it ignite.
And change, yeah.
Oh my gosh. It was everything. It was everything I could have imagined it to be. And I'm so glad they put that in the show. Yeah, I definitely enjoyed that. Because the only other time we've seen it is when Ahsoka changed the crystal to white. You know what I mean? Like unbled it, essentially.
She didn't change it in a show or a movie, though. That was in the book, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was in the book.
So we didn't see that happen.
Yeah, you're right. Technically, we didn't. So that was really cool to at least see it bleed, because we did know that could happen.
Well, now that the show is all said and done, I think we want to give kind of our final feelings on everything. I'm going to do kind of like a pros and cons kind of deal, because there's a lot I want to talk about. Pros, I felt like the choreography was top notch. I think some of the coolest lightsaber fights we've ever seen.
Oh yeah, Kymir's like fighting style is awesome, and I'm so glad they did it this way. I think you mentioned in this episode, you were like, it's so hectic or something, and I was like, yeah, it's definitely chaotic, but I like it. It's unexpected.
Another thing I liked is we also got to see things in this show in live action that either we knew about, but we had just never seen live action,
right?
Or we didn't even know about at all.
Right.
We already talked about Osha bleeding the crystal, which was really cool.
Yep.
But also Kymir's helmet being cortosis and being able to kind of short circuit the lightsabers was really cool. Seeing Vernestra's lightsaber whip was pretty cool, even though she didn't really get to use it all that much.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and that helmet also blocks the Force, like it blocks you in it and then people out of it, which is pretty cool.
So they can't get like to your mind and stuff.
Yeah, to your mind.
It's like a Magneto helmet.
like a Magneto helmet, but it also kind of makes you invisible in the Force, I feel like, you know, like you can move freely without somebody finding you. So that was pretty cool. I didn't know about that. But yeah, the lightsaber whip was awesome. That was so cool. And I'm kind of curious if there's any other lightsabers now that we know about that one, you know?
Also, Kymir's lightsaber, it had the mini one inside it. That was new too.
That was amazing. Yeah, I definitely love the mini lightsaber.
So it definitely introduced some really cool stuff that we had never seen before in the Star Wars universe.
Mm-hmm. Also, this show showed us like another, I guess, like group of Force users. Because before, you know, you would always see like the witches of Dathomir, and, you know, they were like super dark and super scary. But these women just seemed like a group of disenfranchised women from all different parts of the galaxy. And they just kind of like got together and practiced the Force, which is, I mean, there were multiple different groups of people back in the day who would use the Force.
It does make sense that people would use the Force differently than the Jedi.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm glad we actually got to see that.
Yeah, and it's kind of like what the Bendu said in Rebels, you know, like not everything's so black and white, and like there are all types of people in the universe who can access the Force. You know, it's not just the Jedi. So I thought that was cool that we finally got to, you know, see that.
I also appreciate the fact that this show decided to do like a prequel thing, because I feel like with Star Wars, especially Disney Star Wars, they get so hung up on like either the Clone Wars or the era right after Return of the Jedi, like with Mando and stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm happy that for once we actually got to see way in the past, so we can kind of look at how things shaped up to the way they are when we see them later. I just thought that was really cool because we never see Star Wars that far in the past.
Yeah, we always kind of hear about it, like in the background a little bit. And it's really cool to go back and actually see what was going down and see how things were different in a time of peace, right? Like relative peace, you know, there wasn't anything going on. So yeah, it is different, or it's cool to see how the Jedi operated in a different era of time.
Now I do want to talk about some things that didn't necessarily vibe with me while watching this show, but I also think it's important to watch the whole show first so that you don't jump the gun and look stupid later. I wanted to make sure like we watched the whole show before we actually gave all these criticisms and stuff.
Right.
For me, the pacing of the show was just weird. it came out hot with the first 2 episodes.
Yep.
The third one was a flashback. Then we went 4, 5, 6. 7 was a flashback, and then we finished it up with 8. It was just a weird choice, if you ask me. And I don't think it helped it that the show decided to go with the weekly releases. I feel like a show like this should have been just binged. They should have just released it all at once so that we could just watch it all at once.
Yeah.
Because there was already so much hate from outside sources coming in. When you're releasing the show every week, you're giving them ammo every week to hate on your show.
Yeah.
Which we could have kind of nipped that in the bud if we had just released it all at once. So for me, that was kind of the main thing, was the pacing was just so weird.
And I felt like the pacing wouldn't have been as weird if it was able to be binged, because you would have been able to sit there and it would have been a cohesive story, like back to back to back. But
would have made more sense and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, but when you're sitting there waiting a week in between, and then you're like, oh, this entire episode's a flashback episode. Cool. Like now we know, like, okay, now we finally know, but at the same time, like we still have one more thing to get into. I don't know. I definitely think you're right. I feel like the pacing would have been better had it all just been in one lump sum.
It was just so weird because some episodes felt like they went so slowly. And then other episodes like this one, it was like, okay, we got a lot to get through because there's only one episode left and we got to wrap all these character arcs up, you know? It just went so quickly here at the end. And other episodes, I feel like, spent so much time walking or having slow talking conversations and stuff like that.
And trying to build up, like, kind of like the Chimere and May conversation where they were, like, walking and stuff. And it was just, like, super obvious that guy was the master, you know?
That's another thing I wanted to bring up.
It's like, yeah, you were trying to, like, lead up to this big reveal, but really that wasn't the big reveal, you know? And yeah, I just felt like it was off.
The mystery aspect I felt to this show was also weird because the mystery aspect kept changing. Episode 1, it was, who's the assassin? Who's doing the assassinating? Oh, it's a twin. Okay, they're twins. And then it turned to, who is this master guy? Mm-hmm. And then, maybe it's this bumbling idiot because he's the only
other character we've seen that's not a Jedi.
Yeah, he's the only character it could be. Okay, it is him. So I did have that mystery right. And then the mystery changed to,
well, what did they really do?
What did they actually do? And then we assumed, oh, well, it was probably a misunderstanding and they ended up fighting and mistakes were made. And then we watched the episode and that's literally what happened.
Yeah, and I think had you released the show all at once, like I wouldn't even have had time to do that, and I would have just been like, on to the next.
Yeah, exactly. So it was just weird in that the mystery kept changing, but it was never that mysterious. Like we could just kind of guess what happened.
Exactly, and you left us too much time in between, and we kind of put the pieces together ourselves. So I think on a show like this, like, don't get me wrong, I loved the mystery aspect of it. Like, I liked that it felt like a whodunit in some things, or like, who's keeping what secret or what's going on here. But I think it would have been better had I could just like watched it all in one.
Now, another thing I wanted to say is I don't necessarily think this show looks cheap, but I heard that this show had roughly the same budget as House of the Dragon. Both 8 episodes long, but House of the Dragon episodes are like double the length. So it's really like twice the show that this one is. So where did that money go?
I feel like it goes towards the lightsabers, the gadgets, the new headpieces.
But the lightsabers, they're not even really CGI anymore. They use actual like light up lightsabers so that they have like an realistic
actual
glow
light on their face.
And then the sets sometimes, I know other YouTube channels have brought this up. The sets sometimes look like a set. It looks like a stage. I'm not even saying that it looks cheap or anything like that. But when you tell me they spent just as much money as House of the Dragon season 2, I'm like, well, that show, you can tell how much money has been put into it.
True. Maybe it comes from all like the alien creatures that were also in this show too. I mean,
were there that many though?
I mean, we saw the ones in the beginning. You also have the Wookiee.
Well, lots of the aliens we had were like Vernestra and Jekki, who were just humans with makeup on.
True.
So it wasn't like it was thinking, a ton.
Like the Senate guy, but yeah, he was barely in the show. You know, that leader of the Senate, the one that was talking.
Now, I think possibly House of the Dragon just reused sets from season 1, so maybe they saved some money there.
Well, yeah, they because it's the same set. It's like, you know, Dragonstone and everything.
But still, $20 million an episode, and some of these episodes were 30 minutes long, where they're not doing much, just walking around on stages. It just has me scratching my head a little bit, like, what happened? It's just a weird thing that I think some other YouTube channels brought up, and it made me think, like, you know what? They're right.
Like, where did it go?
It's especially noticeable given that we're also watching House of the Dragon right now.
Yeah, that's true.
Now, I do want to clarify that we did like the show. We enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I don't think either one of us thinks it was like the greatest thing we've seen this year. But I don't think it was bad either. And it definitely doesn't deserve all the hate that it's been getting. Even on our channel in the YouTube comment sections and stuff, you'll see people who just can't help themselves but let this show live rent free in their head and have to make it everybody's business about how much they hate it.
Yeah. Which is really unfortunate too, just because, like, you know, as Star Wars fans, like real true Star Wars fans, I feel like, you know, even if it's not the best, we're still gonna have fun. Like, we will point out our criticisms and we will say, you know, what we think was good and give credit where credit's due. But at the same time, like, you know, we are also just having fun because it is a TV show.
It's not that serious.
It's not that serious, bro. And I mean, you know, we like going back in Star Wars history. I mean, you know, I've even mentioned to Christian one time, I'm like, dude, the Star Wars lore, it's just, there's so much of it. So it is fun to delve into the universe and delve into stories that people have created. So, I mean, at the end of the day, yeah, we'll have our criticisms, but I mean, did we have fun? Yeah, we did, and we liked it. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for this one. If you made it all the way to the end of the video, we wanna thank you so much for watching this show with us and watching the whole video. And if you don't wanna miss all of our other reactions, make sure you like this video and subscribe. Definitely helps out the channel. And make sure you follow our Instagram for some extra content from us. But as always, you guys are the greatest, and we'll catch you in the next one.
Peace out, guys.
Bye.